Justin Trudeau's resignation is not an isolated event. This is happening across the Western world. So we have seen for the last 2 decades that the Western world has adopted the woke policies in terms of diversity, inclusion, and all the woke policies like net zero objectives. So all of these policies were not really aligned with the real economy. Okay, so what we have seen so far across the Western world, the economic situation has been deteriorated, the wages has been stagnated, the inflation has gone through the roof. So people's expenses are not really being covered by their income anymore. So the promise of buying a house, start a family early, and get retired comfortably is not there anymore. So the people are really frustrated, and they are losing the race against time, and they're realizing that whatever they can do, earn a degree, get into school, college, get a job, they are not really catching up with the price inflation that we have seen in the last 5 years alone, let alone the last 20 years period. So this is actually pushing all those governments out of the political landscape. We have seen what happened with Biden in the US. We have seen what happened with Macron in France, Rishi Sunak in UK, and Germany as well. So all of those governments who were very much aligned with the WEF policies, like, diversity, inclusion, net zero objectives, cutting all the green emissions, and then shut down nuclear power plants, and basically, shut down your whole economy. So we're seeing that the major repercussions across the economies, and that has actually made the citizens' quality of life much poorer compared to the previous generation. So the people are really frustrated. They are actually pushing back on their narrative, that they're not accepting that narrative anymore, and which is why we're seeing the populist governments are on the rise, and then people are rejecting the idea of everything is good, just put your head down and keep doing your work, and don't complain. So people are rejecting this narrative, and this is the reason why we're seeing all the globalist governments are collapsing across the world. So the reality is the global economy is in recession. It's not just about Canada, it's about everywhere, even the US as well. The paper economy, the financial economy is booming. We're seeing stock markets all-time high. We're seeing Bitcoin exploding. We're seeing gold is exploding. So that doesn't mean the real economy is good. The average Canadian, the average American, working 9 to 5, trying to make money, they're not catching up with the expenses going through the roof. And this is the reason why people are literally frustrated with these governments. So what's going to happen? I think we are seeing more populist governments are taking over, and people are demanding lower taxes, improved quality of life, better jobs, and better future for their kids. I don't know whether these populist governments will be able to fulfill those promises, but it's going to be an uphill task for them to bring economy back to its tracks. It's not easy. It requires austerity. It requires a lot of government spending cuts, and that will take time. It's not an overnight achievement. So all of us will have to have a lot of patience to deal with that painful process to get over, if they are able to achieve it. Anyway, you let me know what you think about that. Put your comments down below, and let me know, what are you seeing? What are you expecting in the elections? And how do you see the economy is getting fixed by this new government? And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Financial education is very important for everybody, especially for the kids who are still at school, because when they grow up and go into the professional lives, if they don't know how to manage their finances, that is going to be a disaster to begin with. I have just published an ebook for the kids aging between 10 and 16 years to understand how they can manage their finances. So when they grow up, they know exactly how to manage their personal finances, because I have broken it down at a very, very basic level. What is money? How can we save? How can we invest? What is debt? How can we use debt? What is credit card? And how we can set ourselves for the financial future when we go into our professional life. So if you are a parent looking for a very simple to use ebook for your kids, click the link below to order the copy for your kids, and let me know what you think about that. Let's get back to the video. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because We have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later.